Map number 2 for the top left, Field of Confusion, versus the top right, Boston downsizing. Boston up 1 in this fight, but they are moving on to Nepal. Oh, Nepal, I really love playing me some hamster on this first point. Just ring around the rosy as best you can. But Julik, how about that first game on Hanamura? You don't see games that long very often.
We do not, but the reason we saw it was because both teams are essentially well balanced. The skill base is very similar to one another. So I am extremely excited to see them both go at it at a control map. Should be very interesting.
All right, now again, control maps as best you can. Nepal, of course, going to be that first team to get 2 out of the 3 different Nepal maps captured, kind of King of the Hill style. We'll get the map and get the point. Right now, we do have a mate coming out from Willie. And Miglet going to be going back to that Doomfist. Good brawlers on a centralized point that, again, is elevated and has that little bit of sightline breakage. So the fight kind of has to happen on the point for it to matter. The Lucio boost from Quella is going to get the Philadelphia to the map first. A sleep comes out, a fantastic Anna grenade on almost everybody from Boston. Maze trying to run around, Jargon trying to go around and kill him before he's able to get frozen. Rad's going to finish off Artillatron. 2 members from Boston down. Migley falls down to Radaz as well. Very DPS-oriented Anna. Player finishes off Lord, and right now it's Philly coming back with Lord falling off. Willie going to be taken down. Jarno finishing off Sky, and it's a cap for Philly.
Aside from that great grenade by Radhaz, I don't see a well-structured play of attack here by Boston, and that is why we have now some type of structure with the Ryan, Nazaria, and the Brigida swap. So let's see if that's going to work out for them.
They're going to try the goats. They are trying to counter both the not necessarily low damage, but lower damage Jarno on Sombra. Player can still do a lot of damage by fist charging people. And there's going to be, they're coming over to the back right side, trying to come around and flank as best they can. They don't want to come down the center. There's more line of sight and more time to be punched. Right now, they're kind of putting forward is Miglet that does get the Doomfist to ult out of it, so he doesn't die. And he's going to be coming down. Not going to find anybody, but a fantastic enter grenade is going to help keep his team up. Player does punch Artillatron in the face, and a nerf this comes out. Player doing a lot of damage, finishing off both the Ryan and the Moira over on Boston. Skies does get hit out of mech, finished off by Player. Miglet does get Rads, who is doing a lot of fantastic damage. Quilla does finish off Miglet and pushes them back again, just at 60% on this first map.
Individual plays here to look at. It's Radhaz with the heals and nades, as well as Player doing flanking very successfully. He has been able to just kind of like
Artillatron getting an early pick on Player. That's gonna be a fantastic pick for Boston as they're gonna move forward and try and get a EMP gets all the healers over for Boston. They're not gonna be able to do any of their abilities. Miglet does finish off Jarno. Willie does get Lank out of mech. Artillatron does get Raz out of the ground, and ours Miko does fall to him as well. And that's gonna be a successful push with a fantastic pick into EMP. That is not enough to get to keep the defense. So it is Boston's map now, just after 88% over on Philly's side.
Only Miglet Boy committed with the Brigida ult on the Boston side, so now they have 3 ults coming online, as well as another one from Artillatron on the Rhine Shatter. Let's see how they play. They use those ults.
Boston has a lot of defense. Lucio coming forward, and Meteor Strike coming forward right on top of him, gets shielded, and Lucio ulted to make sure they don't die. There's still a lot of armor over on Boston's side. Artillatron does take down Ars Miko. No shatter follow-up. Unfortunately, Artillatron does get Quilla down as well. And it looks like Boston has successfully defended. Lank is trying to run away. She's high charge. Like it if they actually don't let him get away. Player gets taken out by Sky. That's going to be another reset. Philly does have maybe 3 more fights left to get back control of the point.
So now we have Player switching into Reaper, switching from Doomfist. I think it's a great play, especially when the enemy team has comps, goat comps. We're gonna take a look at here if Farah and Reaper from Philadelphia side is gonna be able to break through this goat's defense.
Now Boston does have several ults online. 3 Miglet boys reeling it up. Sky actually finished off Jarno in the air. Player gets Artillatron. A grab coming out. A shatter trying to make sure that they weren't able to do anything on T11 Brit. Not enough to finish off anybody. But it does look like Lank does get Miglet. And right now it is 5v5. Miglet down. Didn't use her ult. Player does finish off T11 Brit. Lank, really high charge, doing a lot of damage for Philly. And they're fighting off the point. They're kind of staying together as best they can. Farah has come back. Jarno does do it justice. Gets Sky out of mech. Artillery falls in. Willie falls as well. Sky out of mech. Does finish off Jarno being stationary. And Lank does finish off Lord Kig as well as Ars Miko hitting back Sky. And that is at 90%. They have 10 seconds to get back and actually start the overtime. Can they get here in time? Right now, Miglet Boy is going to be using her ult. Gets Anna grenaded on the point, and enough time for Artillery to charge in. Jarno does finish off Miglet. A shatter against the Lankan player on the ground, trying to swing to finish him off best he can. Not able to finish him off. Arsmiko finish off Tiglet, and then Artillery falls into Lank. A Diva ult does not get one down. A ult does get finished off. Does get Lucio on the ground. Bubbled by Zarya is not enough. He falls, and then Willie falls as well. Aquila, a die is gonna just zone everyone out, and that is gonna be a first map to Philly. Again, these teams are so close, 94% for Boston, and then it's going to be Philly that gets the full cap.
That was an excellent play throughout the, actually not a play, throughout the entire match by Radhaz. A great Ana. I like the switch between him and Koala, switching roles. Not roles, but essentially heroes. I think he's been very, very successful with the nades. A great support overall, and the nano ult has been it has come in handy for Philadelphia here.
Yeah, some great grenades coming out from Rads, and let's keep in mind that on Haramura, he was booping people everywhere. So this is going to be a fun map because it has some environmental aspects to it. You might see a lot of Orissas, you might see some Hogs. In fact, you see Orissa and Hog both on Boston's side. Looks like Philadelphia is going to be sticking to the Rhine Zarya. The reason for that is because you can pull or boop people off into the Abyss, and they just die. Looks like Boston's moving forward very quick with Boostio to move forward, trying to get the pop and maybe hold them at a choke as best they can. Tracer trying to flank around their side. It does look like all the DPS, triple DPS coming out, or 2 DPS coming out from Philadelphia did not go with the rest of the team. Trying to maybe already seeing that maybe they were going to get flanked by the damage of Boston. Lord really, really low. Miglet's getting hit really, really low. Can be finished off by Lank. It is Lord that almost boops Lank off. Not quite enough. Player falls to Willie. Archilotron does get Raz. Junior does get Archilotron. And Sky finish off Lank. Kula does get Willie. And that's going to be a Boston first cap. A hook not fighting purchase from Sky. A lot of fists coming out, getting Mercy in the air. Jarno able to finish off both is able to finish off the main healer for Boston. So if they can group up in the next 5-10 seconds to actually get onto the point. Some great combos hit. Jarno gets hooked. Not enough to finish him off. Jarno does have Meteor Strike to get out if he needs to. Charge, not going to find any purchase. Jarno finishing off Miglet Boy. Willie does have to use his recall to get back. Artillotron trying to push forward onto the point. Sky does get Ars Miko. Great healing coming out from Rads. And Willie says, no, I'm going to flank and get you in your back line. And right now, there's 2 members, 3 members, 4 members of Philly on the point right now. Jarno cleaning up shop, getting both tanks down. Orissa and Hog falling down to the Doomfist. They did not stay on the point, however. But it has switched over to Philadelphia's side. And right now, they're going to start building up after Boston was able to get 24%. Tracer doing a good job of flanking, dealing with the Ana as best he can. Almost, and he's going to get punched in the face by Jarno. And that right now is going to be a reset for Boston as they move forward. 30% over here for Philly.
That was all Jarno. From the moment that point flipped, Jarno has been unstoppable, getting approximately 5 kills just by himself. Dive it in, uppercut, you're dead. Impressive play by Jarno here.
Absolutely.
He's going to go ahead and continue to play uncontested.
Right now, both DPS on both sides trying to counter each other with each other. Right now, they have Doomfist against Doomfist, Tracer against Tracer. Meteor Strike coming out from Nigga Boy to save himself right down on the point. Not enough to finish him off. A Shatter is going to be stopped by the shield. Raz does get made that boy. And Lank gets hit off, falls off himself. Juno does get Lord Kid with his fist. Teal Living Brit does get Lord back up. Raz falls down to Sky with his ult and Piglet, a whole hog. Junar says, shut up, Sky, I have your fist to your face. Willow does get Ars Miko. Jarno does fall down to Lord Kron, who does boop him off. Fantastic Lucio boops. I love to see him right now. A decent stall from a losing fight over on Philadelphia. They did get up to 75%. That's not going to be enough necessarily for a 1-fight cap to win, but that is going to be enough to decently high charge. Moving up right now to 32% for Boston.
That was a kind of a messy play by Boston, but it worked. And now they're going to go ahead and try to focus on Jarno's flanks.
Jarno does get dives in there. Lark gets booped off by Lord. Archilotron does finish off Jarno. Not enough movement left in his repertoire. Cooldowns and such. He did fall off. And that's going to be enough to just kind of hold the point right now for Boston. Ticking up. just out past 55% now. Kind of spread out on either side. We're keeping their Artillotron's going to be staying on the point shielded. As Philadelphia moves forward, a lot of coming forward and trying to do some damage. It's a Miglet does fall to Jarno's punch as he was up there just a little bit too far and able to get that res. T11 to get it up. Another hook from Sky. Sky is able to use Lank in the hook and say goodbye. Ours Miko gets hit off by Miglet even after the Ana boost happened. Miglet Boy finishing off Jarno. Lord King does boop off Radaz and a Meteor Strike coming out. Landing that does get player. Sky does finish off Quilla. But they have held the point right now. Boston still have it. A Ana boost that was wasted on a Ryan who didn't look like he was going to get hit off, but the uppercut from Doomfist is enough to do a pushback. Oh, that is
incredible play by Lord here, who's going to be away from the point, not contesting it along with his team.
Miglet Boy finish. Jarno comes down, finishing off Teal and the bongos from Artillotron. Coalescence coming out from Quilla, trying to heal and do damage at the same time. Lank falls. Lord Cross just boop off ours Miko. Whole hog coming out from Sky, getting mostly eaten, but unfortunately doesn't last long enough to eat all of it. Jarno does fall to it. Lank's mech does finish it, and Lank does get himself finished off by Lord. And right now they're bringing forward a huge, almost double boop. Sky does fall. Lank does fall to boops from either Lucio, but not enough to finish out the other one. Lucio jumping back and forth. Rad's having a lot of fun saying, "You can't catch me." Valkyrie coming out from T11 Brit. Shatter from ours Miko, and was not able to land on the point to keep contesting. If he wouldn't have survived much longer anyway. But that is a first. That's back and forth right now. We're tied 1-1 on Nepal for 1 Boston and 1 Philly.
I would like to point out how crucial Lord is at moments when the team needs him the most. On the second point, they had to win this the second match, and Lord stepped up big time. Not only being able to counter Jarno, who was doing a great play with the Doomfist on the Philly side, but he was able to boop more than 2-3 players on this last attack. It was great. It was great. Lord, if you're listening, you're great.
Both Doomfists, of course, being there, doing fantastic jobs. Coming up from Philly right now, we have triple heals with a Doomfist damage. Go with their 2 tanks, and then right now for Boston, we do have kind of a more standard. They have a flanking DPS build with Doomfist and Tracer. A lot of swinging, a lot of ult charging back and forth, like really low. Artillotron really low. They need to call out targets and focus. One person, first punch gets Paler into the wall. Finishing off Jarno, answers back, getting Lord Kid on the wall. Quilla does finish off Artillotron. It does look like right now that Philadelphia does have the edge by 1 player. It's 4v5 as they move the fight to the point. Charge from ours Miko, not going to find anybody. Jarno does finish off Miglet Boy. Mech getting hit out. Sky is no longer mech, and immediately finished off by Rads. Point is now unlocked, and it looks like it's going to be Philly taking this first cap to start getting points towards their win of Nepal.
Excellent play by Philly side, being very aggressive and sticking together, taking advantage of players' healing when player does damage with Brigitte. We did see a little bit of splitting up by Boston, so let's see if they try to focus on that and maybe stick together a little bit more.
I like Willie's change from the Tracer going into a Brigitte to instead going to a Junkrat, and both shatters coming out. Either shatter enough to finish it off. Artillotron just getting Miko. Artillotron's charge also getting Quilla. Meteor Strike falling down on T11 Brit. It's going to be Sky that does finish off player. Jarno's, after finishing off T11 Brit, does fall to Sky NPC. Miglet does finish off Lank, and that's a solid win for Boston over here to turn it around. 32% for Philly.
Just to make sure that everyone is listening, there is a delay on the stream, but it feels just like Boston was listening to me when I suggested that they stick together and push together, because that was one of them that this point over.
Miglet Boy was in the middle of Philly for a few seconds and was not taken down. Great job by him. A Doomfist ult not going to find any purchase. Lank does get Artillotron. Both Lucios using the ults they can. Artillotron does come back up, and it's still a 6v6. Charge is going to get Lank, but he does have part of Lucio ult and does have the bubble. T11 Brit falling down. Lucio does fall down to Ars Miko. Willie does finish off Ars Miko, and as he falls to the boom. Jarno does finish off Artillotron and Miglet Boy with the single ability of Doomfist. And Jarno just cleaning up, getting Sky out of mech, finishing off Willie, finishing off Sky, who is then out of mech, and Rad says, I want to do something, and kills Lord. And right now it's back to Philly.
And the point just keeps flipping. Both teams going at it with the Doomfist, with the Lucio, with the Reinhardt, and it's just paying off for whoever's attacking. Let's see if Philadelphia can actually utilize these ults correctly and hold on to this point.
We have 2 ults on either side. We have Shatter, and Willie gets an easier pick on player. Miglet gets charged by Arzmiko. A fantastic fist up from the heavens. Finishes off Archilotron and Lord, and then he does decide to push Teal, Love, and Brisket into the wall. Jarno just helped clean up over half their team.
Excellent, and they did listen to me, and they did answer my question. Were they going to use the ults correctly? Yes. We did see the combo here by Lank and Jarno on the Doomfist. Essentially cleaned up, and let's see if they can hold it again without any ults.
There is going to be 3 ults for Boston coming forward. They still have Shatter, they still have Self-Destruct, and we are going to have Wiley with another tire very soon. The fight has moved on to the point. Raz has finished off T11 Rit, and a huge Shatter that hits down 3 people from Philly. A charge is going to help do a lot of damage. Jarner does finish off Willie on top. Sky does finish off Arzmiko. Lank does get Archilotron. Rad's finish off Miglet Boy, and it looks like they're going to move forward. It is a Lucio ult to try and stall the point as best he can. Lord trying to jump onto the wall, trying to get out of range of Jarno, who does get him off as he's diving onto the wall. Sky does get hit out of mech by Lank. Quilla does get Sky as he falls out of mech, and a ult from the Junkrat. Able to finish, get 1, but not enough, and that's going to be confusion, and we have a tie game! 1 confusion, 1 Boston.
Excellent play again by both teams, given their everything that they have on attack and on defense, mostly on attack because the point.
And I'm surprised to see this fantastic play by Reinhardt, charging in and swinging his hammer as best he can in a Shatter, just trying to finish it off. Jarno able to do a lot of the final blows. Both Doomfist, Jarno, and Miglet doing fantastic jobs showing that Doomfist is still fun. Again, guys, these are people who average platinum, so it is not necessarily high in the Masters, but some high-quality play from all members, including both Doomfists.
I'm hopeful that Lord is a master, because once again, I feel like even though they lost this map, I feel like he was crucial on the second point and on this third point also. Very, very intelligent ult usage and mobility by Lord. But it was a very well-deserved win by Philadelphia at the end. The use of their ults, being able to combo them, was essentially what won them this final round.
Great back and forth. Again, just a testament to how equally matched these teams are. Nepal, best 2 of 3 map. Each team got 1. Both teams got over half percentage on the last third map, and it's just going to be Philadelphia who gets that one. So again, we have a tied game of this preseason between Philadelphia Confusion and Boston Downsizing. I'm looking forward to map number 3 as I make sure to drink and make sure my throat doesn't die from all the excitement.